Art is a journey. There is no secret about that. It's something that you hone and grow over time, and any other artist would tell you it's not all roses and sunshine all the time. I'm extremely fortunate to have been able to grow my art practice into a beautiful, thriving, multifaceted art business, so you can bet that I've learned a lot over the years. So today, I wanted to share some of the biggest lessons that art has taught me while painting a fun little portrait of my little corgi potato boy, Nubi. So the first lesson, this is always a little tough to swallow, but it's a really powerful one. The first lesson is that you can't make everyone happy. This one's really, really helpful if you internalize it early on, because it's going to help immensely with your mental game. And that's the cold hard fact that you can't make everyone happy. As humans, we all want to be liked and accepted. We want to make our parents proud, impress our bosses, and have our friends admire us. But the truth is, no matter how hard we try, we can't make everyone happy. And this is especially true when it comes to your art. Every artist wants their work to be appreciated and loved by everyone who sees it. However, it's just not realistic, and realizing this fact is actually incredibly liberating. Internalizing this truth early on can be incredibly helpful because it's a game changer when it comes to your mindset. Going in knowing that not everyone will like your art doesn't have to mean that you are creating artwork with the purpose of making something that someone doesn't like. No, it doesn't have to be like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You'd be making stuff for people who like everything instead of creating things for yourself and your own personal vision, and you're going to lose a lot of passion and enjoyment factor in that artwork. There's a lot of people out there, and they all have different interests, things they like, things they hate. So it's inevitable that you're going to come across someone that doesn't like your artwork, and this is completely fine. And this doesn't have to even be a thing. This could be them seeing your artwork online and going, that's not for me. And you will never know about it and move on. So for every person that doesn't like your artwork, you're going to find someone that does. So releasing that pressure on yourself to create art that everyone is going to like is going to be a game changer for you. It's going to allow you to create things that you like, as well as play and experiment and have fun with your artwork. And the beauty of art, it's subjective. What one person finds beautiful, another person may not, and that's okay. Art is meant to evoke different emotions and reactions from different people. You might create something that one person hates, but another person sees as a masterpiece. The point is to create something that speaks to you and your personal vision, rather than trying to please everyone else. So going in knowing that not everyone will like your art, it doesn't have to mean that you're creating something with that purpose of making someone not like it. But embracing this truth will allow you to create things that you like. And it's going to make your art practice so much more fulfilling and liberating. So go ahead, create the art that speaks to you, and don't worry about pleasing everyone else. Because at the end of the day, what's most important is that you are happy with your work. So the second lesson that art has helped me to learn is that art still needs to be fun, even if it's your job. So you would be incredibly lucky if you can spend your days creating art and running a thriving, multifaceted art business. It's a dream come true for a lot of artists. And frankly, I believe that it is more possible than ever, thanks to the wonders of the internet, for so many people that are artists at their soul to make that their full-time income. However, it's easy to forget that art should still be fun, even if it's your job. It's easy to get all caught up in deadlines and profits and pleasing clients and forget why you started creating art in the first place. It's important to remember that art should still be fun, even if it's your job. And frankly, it's something that you need to work to keep it that way. Art is a tool that we can use to create beautiful things. It's a way to express ourselves, tell our stories, and share our vision with the world. But it's so much more than that, too. Art is how we can process emotions, can bring a physical form to the way we feel, and give our thoughts something concrete to stand on. It can make us happy, and that's incredibly important. Creating art should be a joyful experience. It should be a time when you can let go of stress and let your creativity flow. But when art becomes your job, it's easy to lose track and lose sight of that joy and purpose. You might feel pressure to create certain types of art or meet deadlines, and kind of takes the fun out of the process. But it's important to remember that if you're not having fun creating art, it's going to end up showing in your work. And one of the things that I always think of here is that it's really important to remember that sometimes it's okay to take a break. If you're feeling burnt out or overwhelmed, sometimes you can take a little bit of time away from your art. Do something that makes you happy. And then when you come back to your art, you'll feel recharged and ready to create again. And it can put you in a mental space that allows you to actually look at your artwork and figure out, how can we make this fun again? And finally, the third big lesson art has taught me is you're gonna suck at the beginning, and that's totally okay. One of the biggest ways to crush your own dreams as an artist is to get completely discouraged at your first attempt. The reality is you're gonna suck in the beginning, and that's completely okay. As humans, we all want to be good at everything we do, and art is no exception. However, it's really important to remember that all great artists started somewhere, and that's the very beginning. The thing that separates great artists from okay ones is their ability to persist and keep going, even when the first, second, third, 10th, or 50th attempts suck. There's something to be learned from everything you do. And sometimes that lesson is, hey, don't do it like this. And that's still really valuable information. You try and paint something new for the first time. Go in expecting to learn a lot. You might not be able to create a masterpiece right away, but every attempt will teach you something new about your technique, your style, your preferences. When you go in with that right mindset, the one that seeks growth, learning, it's going to be a game changer when it comes to your art. Instead of focusing on that end result, focus on the process. Embrace the journey of creating art and enjoy the learning process. It's so important to remember that no one starts out as a master artist. Every artist has gone through the process of learning and growing, and they've all had their fair share of sucky attempts. So don't get discouraged if your first few attempts aren't as good as you hoped. Keep practicing, keep learning, keep growing. So I'm a big fan of working smarter, not harder. So hopefully these lessons that I've learned the hard way can be really helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, then I think you're gonna love this next one. So make sure you hit that link on your screen to go to the next painting video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay magical, my friends.